Today we're talking about what is the mastering process, what is actually being done by mastering engineers to get your song to sound so beautiful and crispy and all of those good words. How in the world are mastering engineers doing this? Hi, my name is Tyson. I'm a mastering engineer here at Dinosaur Dog Mastering, and today I'm going to break down what is mastering and what the process for mastering actually is. To do so, I want to dive into the DAW with you and show you exactly what I'm doing step by step. If you want to follow along with what I'm doing, or you just want to be able to have a nice resource that you can take home and actually master your own songs, then I want to give you my Mastering for Self-Producers checklist. This is a very easy checklist that you can take, master your own songs. This guide is in the first link of the description. Just click on that link and it'll bring you to a page where you can download the Mastering for Self-Producers checklist. This contains specific gear to use, specific parameters to use within that gear, and all of the juicy goodness of my mastering process to get you professional sounding music. So let's dive into the DAW and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. We're going to be mastering a song start to finish for you to show you exactly the process of mastering and what it actually entails, what you should be doing on your songs when you sit down to master them. Let's dive in. First step is to actually create a new mastering session and put your mixed track inside of it. Do not master in the mix session. What I do first is I create a loop or a cycle range, whatever Logic calls it, and we're going to loop just the loudest section of the song. So this is the loudest section of the song. You don't need to listen to the whole thing, just loop the loudest section of the song, and then we're gonna master that completely. We want to get a reference in here to reference our song against to ensure that we're balancing everything correctly. For reference, you could actually put a real song in here, but even better is to use pink noise. We want to use pink noise rather than any other song because it's actually a more perfect objective view of what we should be aiming for. Go to Utilities, Test Oscillator, and turn the generator to pink noise. That is now producing sound. It is muted. It's really obnoxious. I don't really want to listen to it. And then go to your metering and pull up your multimeter. And this should be your multimeter here, and it's listening to that pink noise. So it should be perfectly sonically balanced. It looks a little odd right now because the mode should be RMS slow, not peak. RMS slow. And then your return rate should be 4 decibels per second, so the slowest possible. And roughly speaking, this is what we're aiming for in our masters. Now, listen to our song, check it out on our own analyzer that's listening to our mix, and then we'll start mastering it. Is missing some of this mid-range all the way from like 125 all the way to 800 or so. That's really where it looks kind of weak to me in the stereo spectrum, as well as the top end. So anything above 5K is also really, really weak. So those are the two areas I'm really gonna focus on with this first EQ, where I'm just trying to balance everything sonically. So we're really focused on that mid-range, making sure everything is really tight and controlled. So let's play it. We'll start messing with our EQ, and then again, trying to match this band as closely as we can. Okay, so that is step 2, which is balance everything sonically. Step 2 is actually enhancing everything with our EQ. So now that we've done our first EQ, what we want to do is enhance everything. That is actually boosting the low and top end appropriately in order to get some additional just larger than life feeling outside of our master. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna very slightly boost the bottom and top end now that our song is sonically balanced. So let's get into that. Okay, so I just boosted the top and low end, stretched that sonic spectrum just a little bit to make the song feel bigger. That is step 2. Step 3 is actually compress our song. So we're gonna pull up our EQ here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use our auto release function. We're gonna use a longer attack. We're gonna start around 100, leave our knee alone. Our ratio is gonna be 3:1, and then we're gonna move our threshold till we get just 1 decibel of gain reduction. Our goal here is to just a touch of compression in order to glue the entire mix together. Don't worry too much if you can't hear that. It is a very, very subtle change. And then the last step is just limit your mix. Generically, that level is going to be -9 to -8 LUFS. And so I'm gonna use this center column here, which is the more average LUFS volume. The loudness meter, that's found under the dynamic section if you don't know where that is in Logic. If it starts to pump, then we know we went too far. So let's up our gain until we reach that level. Okay, and so that peak is just hitting right at -8, and that is perfect, exactly what we want for our master. Don't forget, if you want to go deeper with this, I have an entire guide of how to master your song. It's a PDF guide walking you step by step with instructions on exactly how to do this at the next level. So this was just a very simple approach. This is basically the simplified version of that. But you can get even better results by following that guide, so make sure you're picking up that guide before you master your next song. Okay, so here's a quick A/B. Here is the before master.